What is going on, everybody? So I've been posting a lot of pictures of what I've been up to on Instagram and stuff, and somebody says, hey, why not do a video of what you've been up to? And yeah, shit, never even thought about that. As you can see, the bed is off. I did have to take the Rifab rack off, just the upper part. You know, I'm still able to leave the lower sections on, which is good because that seems to be where most of the bolts are. That would have been the biggest pain in the butt. It still sucked, but it wasn't horrible getting it off. Take the Rifab cargo box out of the bed and pull the bed off. It's not horrible taking the bed off once you figure out where all of the bolts are. The Old Buzzard, Dan Plute, has a video. A major maintenance is what it's called. So if you search the Old Buzzard on YouTube, look for that major maintenance video. He goes through how to take it off. Just, you know, there's several screws down in the bed. There's a couple. I mean, it's once you find all the screws, it's not horrible. I've never done it until this year, but I wanted to give this a good looking over. Just got through washing under here. I just soaked it down really good with a foam cannon several times and then just rinsed it off. The reason I'm doing it this year, a couple of reasons, is last year I would have sworn that I had a coolant leak. I could smell it. And so I wanted to strip it down to see if I can find it, but now it doesn't seem like it's leaking at all. And the level's still right here. I mean, here's cold. Here's max, and it's about right here. So it's still, I think what I was doing is maybe I was overfilling it and it was blowing it out. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it apart for a minute until I'm really secure. Another thing, the Old Buzzard also, while you're there, check out, he just put out a video on a few machines. They've been talking about this wiring. Now mine is routed a little differently. This engine ground wire right here, on a lot of them, this wire is on the outside. It's laying right here and it's rubbing on these harnesses. And there's a lot of people that have noticed it's worn through this insulation and is down to the wire. So that was another reason I wanted to pull this off and check all of my connections. But the way mine is, you can see I have room. Nothing's really rubbing on mine. All my insulation looks good. So that's another good reason to take the bed off, is give the wiring a looking through. So that was another reason to do it. Good inspection. I may just change the spark plugs while I'm in here. I mean, I'm at 6,700 miles now and I've never changed them. I've gotten this far. Why not? I also considered putting some aluminum valve covers on because these plastic ones are pretty notorious for leaks. And there is some evidence that some oil has come out of there. But you know, after 6,700 miles, it doesn't surprise me. But it's not a lot. I don't know if I even want to. I know the worst part's over and change them now would be easy. Well, that one up there is going to be a pain in the ass, but I don't know. Now that I'm here, I may just not do that. I've also found, hey, look, so I did a conversion. I think it's Mr. RPM makes a conversion to a spin-on oil filter right there. So it's actually going to be a lot easier getting to that oil filter now. Typically, you have to pull the seats out. Both seats out. I have to take this out and you have to remove this inspection panel and get to the filter and everything from in here. It sucks. The spin-on filter conversion makes that a little bit easier, but hell, with the bed off, it's a piece of cake. It's also going to make it a lot easier to refill my rear diff. I'm going to drain it and refill it this year. I got a funnel and a measuring type of deal so I can kind of put the right amount in there. You don't want to overfill this rear diff. I think that'll be easier to do with this bed off. So yeah, anyway, I think this may be part of my new spring maintenance and cleaning routine now, is just pulling the bed off and doing all of this. It makes it a lot easier. It really does. I mean, you can do a lot of this with the bed in place, and I have in all the years past, but if you spend an hour and a half pulling this off, it could save you 2.5 hours of the other random crap. But anyway, yeah, someone just said, hey, why don't you post up what you've been up to? This is what I've been up to. We're having a lot of flooding down here in the valley where I live. All the rivers are overflowing. We had a pretty rough winter, and there's a lot of snow still left up in the mountains. It doesn't look like much, but those mountains go on and on and on and on. So I can't go riding, really. Like I say, valleys, I mean, there's a few roads that are fine, a few roads flooded, a lot of rivers flooded. So I figure I've got some free time. I just as well do some real maintenance and get this thing ready for the riding season. But that's what I've been up to lately. Yeah, it's coming along. Yeah, sorry I haven't posted in a while. And yeah, shit, I wouldn't have even posted this if somebody hadn't have said something. So I'm glad he did say something. But yeah, thanks for watching.